What's up? This is your girl, Texas Black Diamond, aka TBD. Thank you for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond ENT, honey. Lord, this Shawanda Hill, honey. Jesus, oh Lord, mercy, Jesus. You in court, nationwide, everybody watching. You got your damn Kruger eyelashes on. You're rolling your eyes. You're moving your damn wig down. They should have asked her, what you on? Is you on any kind of substance? Are you on this? Apparently she on something. And they trying to label Floyd by his jittering and stuff. And this woman here, I'm like, just take a deep breath. Don't get mad at her, honey. Just don't even look at it. She wilding her eyes and stuff. And I'm like, child, stop all that. Stop throwing your hand at the people. Stop wilding your eyes at the prosecutors and stuff. So I didn't play this whole thing. But I wanted to play a part of what she said when she was trying to say that Floyd told her that he was tired because he worked last night. So he was working a night shift. So apparently if you're not at home getting some sleep, they're getting his, phone and stuff, fixed and things like that. It's just a lot I have to say about this case. I guess one day I'll break it down, but even with the young man that took the counterfeit $20, now the friend that was with Floyd, and I'm not even going to call him a friend because, allegedly the friend is a drug dealer. He sells, those pills. So who's to say? And that's what the prosecutors need to throw out there too. Who's to say that while the officers had Floyd, sitting out there on the grounds talking to him, who's to say while the friend and the ex-girlfriend, because she said, and I saw on a clip, and she said, I'm just the ex-girlfriend. I'm his ex-girlfriend. I got my daughter. She finna go home. So this Shawanda Hill supposed to be his ex-girlfriend, allegedly. So so who's to say that the damn friend took those drugs out and just were putting them in Floyd's car, and with the counterfeit, Floyd's friend went in there first, and the young man told him the bill was counterfeit. So Floyd's friend ripped it up. So my question, I was like, if you say Floyd, y'all know Floyd real good, and Floyd came in there and you knew it was a counterfeit 20, and that Floyd probably didn't know, that you should have said, hey Floyd, Mr. Floyd, whatever, your friend came in here with a counterfeit 20, and you might not know. He probably gave you the $20 and you might not know, but that's counterfeit. I just want you to know, because I don't want you to get in trouble, Floyd. They could have stopped that too, as well. And then with the prosecutors, with this defense attorney trying to show that he's dancing and all that, but it shows that he's a happy-go-lucky person. He's he's dancing, he's hugging people, he's talking to people, he's interacting with people. Nobody had to hold him up. He's not holding on to his heart. He's not breathing deeply, and things like that. It shows a healthy person. And so who, just because a person dancing in line, hell, I dance, I'll be in Walmart and anywhere else. If I'm in a long line and some music playing, I'm a dance if they playing the right song. I bop my head and move around and stuff like that. So I guess I'm on drugs. Hell, I don't understand it for the life of me. And they showing these 2019 clippings and things like that, but the man drew the gun on Floyd. Floyd was nervous, but he was able to get Floyd, even with a gun pointed at him, and he was able to handcuff him. He wasn't fighting and everything, and George apologized. Once again, it didn't show an aggressive man. And I get on my nerve every time they see a black man. Every black man is aggressive, and I blame mainstream media for that, because if you look at the news, they will show a black man doing crime all day long, but when it comes down to any other race doing a crime, they don't display it. You can see it in the newspaper, but they'll talk about it all day long on mainstream media news. But it's so much. And then when they were talking about the crowd, as officers, you are trained to be able to handle a crowd, and you are able to be, you have to be focused. And if this defendant, if he was so nervous about the crowd, okay, you're trained to be up and ready. But he continued to put his knee down on Floyd's neck. And so also, again, you could see him putting his hand in his pocket, pressing down on Floyd's neck. And especially when I think the lady, she's a firefighter, the white lady. And when she was talking to him, it was like that pissed him off. And it was like he had that little smirk on his face, that Grinch smirk on his face, pressing down even more, like, yeah, I'm doing this. And then I also had a question, like, they said Floyd and the defendant was working together in a night, I think, as security. And so I was thinking, I'm like, how can Floyd and this defendant not know each other? Because when you're working as security, you're the owner or whoever who's over the security gonna get all the security team together. They will meet, because you never know, they might have to call that person's name for some help. We might need to, get some rowdy people out the place, and things like that. And so I don't know, me, I just, I have my thoughts, and I'm like, did this man, defendant, did he know Floyd, and then Floyd Caucasian girlfriend come in there, and that sparked something with this man? You know what I'm saying? So, it's just in my head. I have a lot in my head. I just, I throw it all out there, a coulda been type situation. So it's a lot of stuff I want to break down. I'm gonna come live, and I'm gonna break it down, like everything that people are saying and stuff like that. I feel like when Floyd's brother was on the witness stand to speak on Floyd, he should have spoke on, hey, my brother loved to dance. He was doing that ever since he was a kid. He just liked to dance. He just this happy-go-lucky person. And that's what I've been hearing in the community here in Houston, that Floyd just liked to, he liked to dance and just, play around. And he was just this, teaser and things like that. But I'm going to let y'all see this clip of Shawanda, honey. And Shawanda, the name matches. I ain't discriminating now on these Shawandas and stuff, but this is a real Shawanda, honey. Rolling her eyes and throwing her hand and stuff.
He was getting a rag.
Oh, okay, so you two are together.
No, I seen him in the store too, but that's my ex. You know what I'm saying?
How do you two know each other?
I got a phone call. And so I was on the phone for the rest of the time until the little boys came to the truck, to the car. He fell asleep at that time.
So at some point during the course of the time that you were in the car with Mr. Floyd suddenly fell asleep,
yes.
Right? And the phone call you received, was that from your daughter?
Yes.
And so you were talking with your daughter during that time?
Yes.
And you described, would you agree that at some point, you said some little boys, are those employees of the
yes.
store?
Yes.
That's okay. The store employees came and approached the car, correct?
Yes.
And at that point, Mr. Floyd suddenly fell asleep?
He was already asleep.
He was already sleeping?
Yes. When they came to the car. And when they came there, I tried to wake him up. They tried to wake him up. I tried to wake him up over and over. And his friend tried to wake him up, and he woke up. Then he'll say something, and he made a little gesture, and nodded back off.
Okay.
He did that a couple times.
Was that a kind of a sudden change from how you observed him in the store to the car?
Yes, but he already told me in the store he was tired because he had been working.
There is an objection.
All you did was get rich out these war crimes. It's a conspiracy. Who's the terrorist? The U.S. government must be the terrorist.